Hey everybody, this is Casey from CaseyFriday.com, and today I'm going to show you how to shave your head. As you can see, I am nice and hairy today. Got a lot of beard action and hair action because I haven't shaved for about a week and a half. So I'm going to be using the Philips Norelco QC5055, which I'll leave a link to in the description. I'm also going to be using my Gillette Fusion razor. I'm going to be using some Headslick from the Headblade company, and also some Edge shaving gel for my face. So when you're shaving your head, the first thing I suggest you do is start with the clippers and get your hair down to a small area. So what I do is I'll turn it on and I'll go up instead of down. And as you can see, that gets a lot of hair right on the edge of it, so I find that to be a more productive way of clipping. If you go down, it's not really going to get that much action, but if you go up along your hair, you get much better results and it's a lot quicker. You always want to go against the grain when you're doing this so you make sure you get the most hair off. So I'm going to continue that with the rest of my head, and then we'll get back to the next section. Alright, I was running a little low on juice, so I plugged in my Philips QC5055, and now I'm going to be shaving the back of my head. That might be confusing for some people. So what I do is basically I do it by feel. I don't use a mirror. You can use a mirror if you want to get a handheld mirror and turn around. You can look through it and see your reflection in your bathroom mirror. Otherwise, you can just go by feel and kind of guess. Make sure you tread really lightly with your clippers when you're doing this so you don't grab a big chunk of hair out. And it's not important that you get it all the way down to the scalp. You just want to trim it down so it's ready for shaving. Then I might feel it a little bit and make sure that I've trimmed it down enough. Alright, so I'll continue that until I'm done with that, and then we'll be on to the shaving section. Alright, so I've gotten most of my head trimmed down, and now I've gotten some of my neck as well. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my beard. So I'm going to show you with the clippers, you don't have to get a regular set of buzzing trimmers for your beard that's made for a beard. You can use these and get the same event. If you want to see exactly how my head looks, you can see how short the hair is. I'll include some pictures, some higher res pictures of what that looks like. But anyway, once we get to the beard section, you just want to go in short strokes up and down. So this sort of thing. And I'm just trying to get it all to an equal length that is pretty short, and your razor is going to do the rest for you. And there you have it. Now my beard and my head are fully trimmed down, so they're ready for the razor. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to moisten my head with warm water, and then I'm going to dry it off a little bit just to get the pores opened up a little bit. So what you do is just get a tiny bit, just get the sink going warm. Get your head nice and wet. You might get some hairs on your hand, that's fine because you've just been trimming your hair. So I get it wet, and then I'm going to go ahead and dry my head off. And now I'm going to apply some Headslick. And I'm only going to do one section at a time. First I do the top of my head, then I'll do each side individually, and then I do the back. So the first thing I'll do is get about, I don't know, I guess that'd be 3 stacked quarters worth of Headslick. And then I'll go ahead and apply that to my head. I'm going to try to get an even white area. You don't want to see too much skin once you get this applied. Alright, so now my head is ready to shave the top portion. Just going to clean the head slick off. and I'll get my Gillette Fusion, and I usually start about right in the back area, and I'll go slowly and really lightly until I get a little open patch. Once I do that, I'll clean the razor out, and then I'll try to make a complete line from the back of my head, or the middle, to the front of my head. And I don't want to do it all at once. I do short strokes. You don't have to apply a lot of pressure at all here. In fact, if you apply a lot of pressure, it might rip some of your skin out, so you don't want to do that. So just keep going until you start to see some nice smooth skin there. Now, I also suggest keeping an old toothbrush, so when you run water over your razor to clean the hair out, you get the old toothbrush. You can see this one's kind of worn down, and brush the hair completely through it. That way you'll have a nice clean razor blade each time you go down. You can get a little bit of a closer look at what I'm doing here. Alright, and once you get most of your hair shaved off the top of your head, the next thing I suggest you do is go diagonally. So you want to come down, not straight down from the top to the right or the left of your head, but diagonally down so you can get an even closer shave. And once you do that completely across it, then you come straight down the side of your head. You'll get an even closer shave. Now, if you go backwards against the grain, you're probably going to get some razor burn. That'll be an even closer shave, but it won't look that good because there's going to be bumps all over your head. So I suggest you just go diagonally towards the front of your head on each side, and then sideways down. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do the sides of my head. Alright, so for the side of your head, you want to get the Headslick evenly distributed all over it. You want to get your razor and come straight down the side of your head. And you can see that instantly cuts the hair off. Do that as much as you can until the razor starts to get overloaded with the Headslick. Clean it out. Keep doing that. When you want to go behind your ear, just pull it forward a little bit. And come back across it too, but don't apply too much pressure. You don't want to cut yourself. And go back as far as you can see in the mirror, and that will complete the side of your head. Once you get all of that shaved off, come back diagonally just like on the top of your head, and then just go straight side to side to get an even closer shave. And now we're on to the back of the head. Alright, the back of your head is going to be a little bit tricky because you can't see back there. So what I do is I start going down from the top, and I do a little bit of diagonal action right from the start on the back of my head. It gets you a better cut, and it cuts more of it when you can't see it. That's important. So keep doing that completely across. Now my head, right here, the hair grows in a circle, so I have to be really careful that I don't go completely against the grain, really rough right there. So I do tiny strokes to make sure I'm going to get all of it, but I'm not going to hurt myself. And once you get the majority of the back of your head, I use my finger and go upward to feel if there's stubble. And I'll even start to shave a little bit diagonally upward in those areas until it's all completely gone. And then I just come straight up with the razor, using my fingers to feel where I need to shave, making sure it's becoming smooth after I do an upstroke. And once that's done, you're done. Alright, so once you finish your shave, you'll have a nice smooth head. Everything should be beautiful. I went ahead and shaved my face too, but you should know how to do that, so there's no reason to show you a tutorial for that. If any of this video helped you, I have links to all the products in the info description. Please click them if you want to buy them from Amazon. It'll help me out a little bit. And if you have any questions, please let me know. This is Casey from CaseyFriday.com. Thanks.